There are 22 bones in your head. You've probably never thought about that. And they move. They all move. Now, we know that the lower jaw moves. And a lot of people think that the rest of the skull is all one big piece. But it's actually all of these individual little bones, and they move. They move about the magnitude of the thickness of a piece of paper. So it's a very small motion. And as massage therapists, we study this. It's called craniosacral bodywork. Cranio for head, sacral for the spine, the bottom of the spine, and the very small movements of these bones and all the fluids and membranes and things like that, that it's in your body and makes it work. So as a massage therapist, I decided that I should take a class in craniosacral. And I'm looking around, and most of the classes were very technical in nature, very protocol driven. And I was like, those just didn't seem interesting to me. But then I saw a class called Visionary Craniosacral. And that created more of an image of imagination and flow and emotion, much more up my alley. So I bought the book for this class and I started reading it. And I'm reading about the bones and what they look like and about how the cranial wave moves. And I started seeing them. I started feeling in my body the bones and the movement of the bones. And I started being able to see them in my mind. I was like, wow, nobody had taught me anything. And I started seeing and feeling the bones and the motion of them, sensing in my body, but also in my visual field, being able to see them. It was so cool. This was before I took the class. This was from reading the book. And it really hit me. I'm in the right place. This is what I am supposed to be doing right now. It really struck me. It's like, ooh, have you ever done anything where it feels like, this is just right? It's perfect. Because it was happening all by itself. It gave me that sense. It's like, this is it. So I learned craniosacral, and I started seeing the bones and the fluids and the membranes and the movement. And these move about the magnitude of thickness of a piece of paper, very small motions. And when I see them inside my mind, it looks big. These very, very small, tiny motions. It's extraordinary. So I also started to see inside the body, because I'm a massage therapist working with people, I started seeing in their body, not just the structures, the physiology, the body parts, but I also started to see like the emotions, the things the person was experiencing, the stress, the pressures, the weight of the world, pain, worry in the back. I started seeing the body and the issues that people had stored in their bodies. I call it that people's bodies talk to me. They say, hey, there is something going on here. You need to look. And I look there, and it gives me pictures, emotions, feelings, sensations. If they had an injury in the area, I start to see the physical structures and what they need. It started showing me like a roadmap for the healing that the person needs. So I tell the person what I see, and then it starts to change. It's like their body showed me what they need. I tell them, and they get it. And then the energy starts to shift just by my vocalizing, just by my saying things. Things start to change in my client's body. I feel an emotion, a stress, a worry, and I mention it. And then the person's body, they receive it and they feel like they've been seen. They feel like I'm really getting them. And so I tell them what I see, and their system takes it in. Oh, you see me. And when I say, so it looks like this muscle is tight, allow the energy to flow up that muscle. And they, in their mind, they imagine it doing it in their body, and it changes. It's crazy. I've worked with people like this, doing this, and had people's pain get better. I'm meeting them like on a computer. They're far away. And I pick up this information from their body and I tell them what I see. They imagine it in their body and the body changes. I had somebody who like couldn't stand up because it was painful from an injury that had happened a long time ago. And I did this with them on the computer. And afterwards, they were able to stand up. I didn't put my hands on them. I just told them what I saw in my mind, what I imagined, voiced to them, had them imagine it and do it in their body, and it changed. Isn't that crazy? But really, we are connected to each other with our thoughts. When I think of my mother's been dead for 6 years. I think of my mother, and she's with me, and I'm with her. I think of somebody in my life now, I'm connected to them, and they might call me because the connection is real. So your thoughts are powerful. And when there's body issues going on, when I helped to understand what's going on, provide a little bit of guidance, my clients are able to change the physical structure with their intention, with their minds. So when I think about, ages ago, reading the book about craniosacral and starting to see these things, changed everything. I am always doing craniosacral because I am always working with the energy. And as it's moving or it's blocked. And the body and the stresses, the emotions, the issues, the history that's in the body. Working with all of that together. And it all began with starting to see the movements of the bones.